I see myself as an activist, as an advocate, and I think that anytime you say the word revolutionary, you know, red flags go off. I want to take that word back. It's a good thing. We need people being activists for these students, being advocates for these students. If we can invest in these students, we're investing in the community.
The dropout rates at our school are too high. The dropout rates in LAUSD are too high. Kids are dropping out because the system's broken.
I have a daughter, 17, right? I've watched her grow while I've been teaching, and more, I realize that she's inheriting a world that my generation has pretty well trashed, right? And they're going to have to do something with it. And the best thing I can do is to equip as many minds as possible with the ability to make decisions in a responsible way.
We need to take our education in a different direction. There's a school opening up about 1.5 miles away from here, Valley Region High School number 5. There's 4 schools on it. We put a proposal for one of those. This is it right here. This is the brand new school we've all put in our bids for. Man, I haven't seen it in a while. They wanted the architecture to look a little more mission rather than most of the state buildings, which replicate prisons in a very real way. High fences, few windows. This one looks like a condo complex in Santa Clarita. It's beautiful. We have done dozens of community meetings, met with dozens of community members, hundreds of parents. Our students are behind us, everybody's behind us. Now it's a matter of a final vote.
Humanitas is a completely different way of teaching. It's much different from a lot of the ways we grew up in education. I mean, I grew up I had a science class, you know, I had an English class, I had history, art, and they were all separate strands.
Humanitas is the integration across the curriculum. It's the bleeding, it's the overlapping, and that's why it resonates with me so well, because it is holistic. We're not working in isolation.
We're talking about what's going on the home front during World War II. Most of the effort is always put on the war itself. This is something that was called a total war. Everybody in the United States was affected by this. Every racial minority was involved, including this next group. This is the side of the story we never hear. This is the voice we never seem to get to hear.
Teaching them real skills they need, how to read, write, how to express themselves, art as social commentary, literature as social commentary, history, social commentary, but none of it is ever for the sake of that subject matter.
Good morning, America. Welcome to Funkytown News.
Today's lead story is internment camps for the Japanese American citizens.
Okay, well, as you guys all know, we have not yet recovered from this attack that happened December 7, 1941.
Immerse yourself in all the aspects of your subject matter, you're going to learn it. Even though they're in English class, we're still talking about World War II. We may be reading the literature of World War II. We may be reading and analyzing firsthand accounts of what happened in World War II, but it's still within the context of what they're learning in their history class, right? It's still within the context of what they're learning in their art class.
Sweet whisper of words, filled with empty promises, wanting to forget. Alejandro, what do you think it meant?
Taken away, that the Japanese lives were taken away after they were put into the internment camps, and how like their past haunts them.
It's all interdependent. You can't, and they will take that with them when they leave here. You know, the ultimate goal is that that's the way they look at the world.
It's not just World War II I'm trying to teach you, it's also trying to teach you presentation. If you guys can learn how to speak for yourself, then you don't need other people to speak for you. If you can write, then you don't need someone else to write for you. You're going to be able to represent other people. So this is that's one of the lessons within this lesson.
Our job is to make these 4 walls magic. Everything has to happen within these 4 walls, but the reality is education starts way before they ever enter my room. So we need this collaborative environment, and not just on campus, it has to be within the community, and the community is growing. LEP is, because of their resources, they're able to bring in people I can never have in contact with, and really creating a hub around each one of these students. But it all starts with the student in the middle, the teachers, the family, our community partners, and growing out, but still the center is that student.
It all started out as me just having bad grades and just not caring because I didn't see what was there to care about.
Support at home is not as much, and people support me around here like all the time. So it actually makes me feel good. So I actually try.
It's different, you know? It's like people always complain about how they don't get education and how teachers are always like not caring and whatnot. And you actually they actually care here, you know?
Like I feel like at home, like this is my second home. I feel, I don't know, family, I guess.
The teachers have interactions with you and you build relationships. It's not like a normal classroom where you sit there and you do book work.
We want something with our lives. Like, we're inspired to do something. Like, we have the passion. It's just a matter of learning how to use it. And I think that's what Humanitas does best. It's just like, we know what we want and they lead you the way. And it's just like, why not take that opportunity?
On our flyers and our brochures, it says Humanitas Academy, where we aspire to create an educational environment worthy of our own children. That means something to me. And I proved it by putting my own son in this program. Not only did my son strive as a student, but he became a better man. And for that, I'm not only grateful to be a part of, but I'm grateful because that's my son. And I know firsthand what teachers working together can do for these students.
We're at the Los Angeles Board of Education, LA Unified Board of Education, and right now they're going to announce Public School Choice 2.0, who got the schools. A lot of people are interested. We're interested in who's going to be making decisions with the students in mind. Too long, teachers been out of the policy aspect of education. We've been receiving the orders. We'd like to be part of the conversation, make sure the right things are being done.
We're the ones who have the contact. We're the ones who are supposed to get them ready for their lives. So it's easy to point the fingers at us, and in many ways, some of us do deserve to have fingers pointed at us.
It hurts when people say these students can't, these students won't. I see it as, no, you're not strong enough to demand it from them. And when a large group of teachers band together and demand it from them, they rise to the occasion.
I think we have to reform in the classroom first. And I think we're the people that can do it if we decide to, as teachers.
Good afternoon, Superintendent, Mr. Daisy, Nuri Martinez, the rest of the board members. I just want to say thank you. We were recommended by the superintendent, and I would just, I do hope the board votes in our favor. Archimedes, a Greek physicist, said, give me a place to stand and I will move the world. I appreciate it. I want to say thank you for giving us a place to stand. We're going to move this world. We've been doing it for the last 10 years, Humanitas Academy at Somar High School. We're going to continue to do so. I also want to thank you for the opportunity to work harder than I ever worked before. And our students deserve that. Our students deserve it, and we'll continue to do that, and we'll continue to collaborate. And whatever decisions you make today, I just urge you that they're student-centered. Thank you.
Our students are so proud to be part of Humanitas, and if we didn't get into the new school, they would be disappointed, and I would be disappointed.
It would be heartbreaking, because this is not something we do for a job. I look to my left and my right, and I see people who are in it because they understand this is why they're here.
I hope that today we all walk out knowing that children won, and the conversation among adults can include differences of opinion. Mr. Crane, can you call a roll call vote?
Ms. Gallatin?
Yes.
Thank you. Ms. Lamont? No. Ms. Martinez?
Yes vote. Dr. Vladovic? Yes. Ms. Garcia?
Yes.
Yes vote. The item passes.
I think we just got our school.
We got it, baby. It's official.
We got it, bro.
Send me your poor, you're haggard, you're tired. And I'll call it
I'm here.
Hey!
I'm the poor, haggard, and tired. I feel a little vindicated, and I also feel validated because, putting your money where your mouth is and trying to make this world a better place.
it's really amazing to work with a group of people who don't believe in complaining about the problem, but believe in finding any and every way to fix it. Anytime we see something our kids are struggling with, we know that it's not because they can't, it's because they need more help, they need more support, and we just need to find another way or another method to reach them.
A lot of the work we're doing right now is to show parents and students and really teachers more can be done without more work, just working together.
I really believe that. I believe that I've got the power to change the world, and it starts right here. And every one of us, if we just kind of do that, there's that energy, we could resonate, and then you start to overlap, and things really start to change. So I see myself as a community activist. I see myself as a reformer. I see myself as a dad who needs to work on this for my kids. And I live here. This has to work.